Hi guys, I'm Audrey and welcome to my June wrap-up video. In the last video, I mentioned that I wanted to do and upload the videos that I wanted to upload in the last couple of months when my computer was broken, just to kind of catch up on everything. But I am not quite sure if I should do it. So just let me know if you're interested in watching all those wrap-up videos or book haul videos that I didn't get around to upload in the last couple of months. Just comment below and let me know, because I don't want to upload videos that you're not interested in because it's been so long ago. Without any further ado, I'm just going to start talking about the books that I read in last month, aka June. Let's get started. So the first book that I read in June was The Martian by Andy Weir. I pronounced it correctly in some way. I saw this book all over Tumblr a couple of months ago, before or while the movie came out in the cinema, and since then I wanted to read it. Yeah, because I only heard great things about it, and I heard that the main character is really sassy, and I think we all can use some sassy characters who keep it real. My mom and my stepfather, they watched the movie in May, and I talked with my stepfather about it, and I was like, I really want to watch the movie, but I am the person who has to read the book first, and I don't have the book, so I don't know when I'll get around watching the movie. And yeah, so I think he felt bad for me for another reason, a personal reason, and so he bought me the English edition of The Martian in hardcover, and so I really had to read it. In case you haven't heard about The Martian, you haven't seen the movie, you haven't read this book is about Mark Watney, who is an astronaut, and he's on a mission with his crew on Mars to collect samples and stuff like that, science stuff. But then there was a huge storm and his crew left, and they left him behind because they thought he was dead, but he wasn't. And yeah, so they left without him, and he was left alone on Mars. And this is just, the story of his survival on Mars. There was a lot of science in this book, like things he's counting, lots of chemical stuff and reactions that I didn't fully get, because the last time I had chemistry in school was 4 years ago. Yeah, around that time. So I didn't understand everything what he was talking about or sciencing about. But I got a gist of it, so it wasn't that extremely important to get everything. I took pictures of my favorite quotes. This is from somewhere in the book, and I don't think that is a spoiler at all. It's just super hilarious. Conclusion: I don't need the water reclaimer at all. I'll drink as needed and dump my waste outdoors. Yeah, that's right, Mars. I'm gonna piss and shit on you. That's what you get for trying to kill me all the time. There. I saved myself 3.6 pirate ninjas. Pirate ninjas is a scientific unit name he invented, because another one was just, a mouthful for him to say, so he invented a new one. Or another one, what I found pretty hilarious was, I'll spend the rest of the evening enjoying a potato. And by enjoying, I mean hating so much I want to kill people. I thought that Mark Watney was a really authentic character and hilarious. I just, I loved reading from his point of view. Although there was a lot of science that I didn't really understand, just the whole thing in itself. And this book is just full of suspense. Like, until the very last page, it's so much action and so much suspense, and you're just like on the edge while you're reading and like, oh my god, what will happen now? He has to make it. I love this character way too much and whatever. And so I got really invested into his survival and, you know, just Mark Watney in general. I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. And yes, only 4 because of all the science. Sorry. The next book that I read in June was The Next Together by Lauren James. It's about reincarnation and time travel. This book is about Catherine and Matthew, who meet in different lifespans, and then they fall in love, and then they are tragically torn apart by some events, and then they meet again in the next life where they fall in love again and are separated again, and then they meet again and again and again. The story in this book has been told in 4 lifespans: 1745, 1854, 2019, and 2039. The story in this book is not being told in chronological order. It's divided by the 4 lifespans, but also divided in, they're like the progression of their relationship. Like, at first you have them meeting each other the first time in 2039, and then you have them meeting also in the first time for in 1745 and 1854, and then you switch back and you have like kind of like this different time periods, and they're like different circumstances and everything, and it's just truly amazing because it works. Like, in some books, if you have time jumps, you tend to get confused because you don't know where you are, but I didn't have that problem with that book. And maybe it's also because of the great illustrations. The cover is gorgeous, we don't have to argue about that. But if you open it, there's like a timeline above, from 1600 until 2200, and wherever you are, there's like a little triangle which marks the time or the time period you are in. What's also really helpful and awesome is that the font of the writing, like the font changes. Like, here you have one time period, and then here you have the next one, and you see those are like 2 different fonts. And I just thought that was super helpful and amazing. It's like really clean cuts that you know that another time period starts. So I'm really afraid to say something about the plot or the story because I don't want to do, like, I don't want to spoiler you if you haven't read the book so far. Let's just say that in 2039, which is like the main lifespan in this book, that they uncover the truth about the previous lifespan. I also think this is a really underrated book. I haven't seen it that many times on Tumblr or on Goodreads, and I really think that this should be more popular because it's worth it. The writing is really good, the story is really good. It's a book I got completely lost into. A lot of history and reincarnation, and it's just super awesome. I seriously recommend reading this book. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. And the next and last book that I read in June was Origin by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Because this is like the 4th book, I don't really want to get into it story-wise because I don't want to spoiler anything. That would be like anything I would say about the 4th book when it comes to the story would be just a spoiler. Okay, so that's what I can say about this series, that it made me so invested in the characters and the whole storyline and, you know, the general happiness of the characters. To be honest, I'm afraid of the last book, so I haven't started it so far. I do want to get to it soon because I do want to know what happens. I do want to see a happy ending coming. I really hope that it's going to be happy. I seriously can't take a not happy ending with this series because I get too invested in these characters and their happiness to walk away completely devastated. What probably will happen. I like this book so much. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars and I can completely recommend the Luxem series. If you want to read something about aliens, gorgeous aliens, and drama, I can totally recommend these books too. Okay, this is it. Those are the 3 books that I read in June. Have you read any of these books, or do you plan on reading them? Because I was so convincing in my ramblings about these books. Let me know, comment below. I would love to talk with you about these books. Yeah, and if you have any ideas about videos I should or could make, or that you're interested in watching it or interested in know more about, just comment below. I am open for every suggestion that comes my way. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I wish you a great night, day, morning, evening, noon, whatever time is it in your time zone when you're currently watching this video. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.